We're back again. We're done a light review with Nat's Teeth and Mo's Top and Beard. And this time we're reviewing Beauty and the Beast. The live action version, not the
Beast
musical.
from the East.
Live action?
Live action in
With
the cinema.
CGI?
Yeah, with a CGI beast. I think everybody knows what Beauty and the Beast is about. It's starring Emma Watson as Belle. And I can't remember who's playing the Beast. It's some guy from Downtown Abbey.
Dan Stevens.
And, well, we all know this is a timeless classic. It's the old tale of, Beauty meeting the Beast and falling in love with the Beast and seeing he's got a good-natured heart and whatnot.
He's a beast. You say Dan Stevens, is he in the one that... How was that movie where the American soldier comes and...
Another innuendo.
Yeah, but it's about Belle, who's the character who's
kind
of romantic.
Not about me.
Not Belle. Belle is kind of a romantic.
Even though I used to... I thought they were then. But no, people used to say that all the time. Like, Belle will make you my wife.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't seen the animation, have you, man?
I haven't, no.
The original animation.
Another thing he
That
hasn't...
got an Oscar nomination, didn't it?
Yeah, the only Disney movie
film
to get
an
a
Oscar
Best
nomination.
Film nomination.
And I think...
To date as well. Not even The Lion King has got. It's kind of weird.
You know, I have to say, guys, that is my favourite Disney animation.
Is it?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Really?
Always has been.
Partially, I like the way it's done, Beauty and the Beast, the animation. I do like some of the music bits, and overall, it's very good, but I would never put it up there.
Like every Disney movie has a song, right?
Yeah.
Like Whole New World was like Vanessa.
Yeah,
Williams?
I believe Celine Dion did do Beauty and the Beast animation song. Yes, I believe she did have a version.
She had a duo with the other guy. I can't remember.
A duet.
Yeah. Duet, not duel.
If she had duel, that would be
That would
crazy.
have been worthwhile, yeah.
Stabbings and whatnot.
And going back to the actual movie itself, the live action, I think the casting was great. Some of the characters, I got to admit, I had to wait until the end to say, "Oh, that's so and so. Oh, that's so and so." It was like I didn't recognise Ewan McGregor and people like that. I was like, "Oh yeah, gosh, I didn't know." That was that character, and etc. etc.
Yeah, well, at the end of it, yeah, you do actually get to see who played who, because I knew they were in there, but I forgot about them by the time it came on.
Yeah.
So I did get into the characters themselves, the cutlery, basically. For me, Emma Watson was just okay. She wasn't really the Belle I thought she was going to be. Not that I expected her to be much. She's just okay. She's palatable. She's just okay in the role.
Yeah.
She's not quite... I mean, the singing parts are okay. She doesn't really make you feel as if, you really care that much about it. It's okay. She doesn't really draw me in that much. Compared to Who Played the Beast, even though it's mostly CGI. Actually, you did feel for him?
The bit, yeah, I got to admit, I prefer. Is it Dan Stevens? I need to call him Dan Evans. I don't know why. Dan Stevens.
That's a football reference.
He was good as the the Beast character was played well. He obviously delivered his lines well as the Beast, but I didn't. And I'm not taking any. Let me just talk about him first before you go back to Emma. At the end, when he changes into the human form, I didn't think he was as a hunk as
he looked
people
more.
would have expected.
He looked more beastly when he wasn't the Beast than he was as the Beast.
He did it to me. If I was a woman, I wouldn't think, "Wow, what a hunk," kind of thing. And that's.
But then again, if she a beastly looking man in the first place, that's kind of a notch up, I would say.
So Emma Watson, I think she played her part well, but yes, she there was chemistry between her and Dan Stevens' character, but I didn't feel that in love with the character as I did with the animation character, believe it or not. I preferred the animation character. I felt kind of a more affinity to the animation character, although I did cry in the live action. I did have a little bit of a tear when they were doing the dance. I thought that was really romantic. So I'll ask you this, Val, because you've seen the animation. There was a couple of scenes that
Haven't
aren't
you seen the animation?
that isn't in the animation, is there? Like this bit where she goes to the house in Paris.
Yeah, they've added on a couple of extra bits to it.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes that aren't.
A couple of musicals in it as well. A couple of extra songs.
Right.
I think that's actually from the musical version of it, but also I think the same writers did the music in the original as well.
Right. Okay.
But you didn't need it. It was like half an hour extra that you really didn't need. And even with that, it's okay. You didn't really need it, but I guess it tries to do better. But in some ways, it's like the best character in it for me was Gaston. Even though he wasn't as great as the animated version. Like, you didn't really feel as if the town really loved him that much. He's more like, that guy who's got a big ego on his head.
Quite funny when he's looking at the mirror and you think he's talking to Belle and he's actually talking to himself.
Yeah. The father, Belle's father, who's played by Kevin Kline, he was too cheesy. He just wasn't quite. They tried to add more to the character for him.
Right.
But he really didn't need it, and because of that, it kind of fell apart in his scenes quite a bit. He didn't quite push it forward that, there's a beast and whatnot. No, we must kill it.
So what you're saying, Kevin Kline was there just for the paycheck?
Well, they could have hired somebody better for it.
No, if they hired an unknown actor, maybe he wouldn't have asked for such
No, he
a
was just
meaty role.
he felt as if he was just
he wanted more on his role, probably.
no, he was
No, but
too
his
clunky.
His scenes aren't any different from the animation, are they?
I know, but it's played differently in the animation.
Right.
He didn't.
It's
He
played
didn't.
with a bit more humour in the animation.
Yeah. But then at the same time, in this one, you also had Gaston, which was on about again. He isn't quite as charismatic as
What do you
as
think
the
of LeFou,
original.
then?
LeFou. He's okay. He's cool.
Gaston's sidekick,
Yeah.
he was quite funny, wasn't
Even
he?
though he's supposed to be in the controversies, he's supposed to be the most openly gay character for Disney ever.
Is he?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. Even though to me, he looks more like he's confused. LeFou also, I mean, I was told that it was banned in Malaysia because of him.
No.
Yeah, it
But
was.
It's not obvious, though, is it?
No, it isn't.
Beauty and the Beast, the live action,
He
was
doesn't
Yeah.
come out saying he's...
banned in Malaysia.
Yeah, because they have one sequence where they think that
Okay.
he's maybe or may not be gay or he's confused.
So what about the scene where the wardrobe lady dresses those three men up as women?
Yeah, that's another scene as well, but that isn't quite as prevalent as.
And then one of them turns around and goes, "Oh, I quite like this dress."
Yeah, no, I thought it was that scene, but it turns out no, it's him.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they were.
How did they?
This is what I don't know what they're gonna do or exactly how they're gonna. No, it's
They
real.
edited today for release.
They edit it, but I think they edit in a slightly different way for Malaysia. Power Rangers, on the other hand, they've got one openly gay character in it, supposedly. I haven't seen it yet.
And they're happy to let that run.
They're happy to let that run. I don't know. The Beast didn't look very beastly. He looked pretty handsome for a beast, considering.
Well, I don't know. I think
compared to the
some
original.
young children might have found him a bit scary.
Maybe.
No?
But the other thing is, because he was a CGI character, he looked really clunky when he was walking. He just looked as if kind of robotic. They didn't quite do that right at all. You could always tell he's just a CGI character.
You know what? I think the children would probably find the wolves more scary than the beast.
Yeah, the wolves were very good. They were done brilliantly. I don't know why they didn't put that much effort into the beast compared to that. But I guess they needed somebody who looked okay on screen and not too scary, I guess, considering
'cause
in the
they
animators
spent a lot of
much
screen
more scary.
time,
Yeah.
I did hide when the wolves came out behind my 7-year-old.
Did you really?
Yeah. I think it's worth it, but I don't think it's on a par with the animation. But then let's compare it with Cinderella. Which one did you compare? If you compare Disney's
come on.
live action to Cinderella.
Cinderella was crap anyway.
Oh no! Come
It
on.
was
You know
crap.
what my 7-year-old said to me after I watched the film? I said to her, "What did you think?" She said, "I preferred Cinderella."
Really?
She did, yeah.
Okay. But, she's 7. No offense. And at the end of the day,
And she's a girl.
you're kind of biased about it as well.
No,
No.
fair enough. If it was me choosing, I would choose Beauty and the Beast, of course. But if it's a 7-year-old,
Yeah.
she's going to choose Cinderella.
Well, that's a choice, and I presume I think a lot of people will enjoy this film
Of course.
for what it is. I don't think anybody's gonna be too disappointed. But as I'm reviewing it for myself, it's just okay. It's just okay.
Yeah, but the box office says otherwise, doesn't it?
Box office.
Box
This
office
movie
is
is like like Transformers or anything else. This is one of those things. It's Disney. It's live action of a particular thing
It's gonna make
that everybody's gonna go see just because. I mean, I went to see it. You went to see it. Well, you, on the other hand, took it.
I suppose people are seeing it because they will
Nostalgia as well,
They'll
yeah.
remember Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, let's go and see this because the cinemas are putting on extra screenings now for Beauty and the Beast because
Yeah.
the demand is so high.
Because lots of people are gonna go watch it because everybody's seen the animated version and they do want to see this as well. But I don't think this is. I don't think anybody's gonna really put this up there next to the Beauty and the Beast, the animated version, except some people put it there just because of, being a collection or something. But as for it really having it, it's not like Maleficent, which had a lot more to it. Or, what was it? Jungle Book. Jungle Book was better than this.
Oh, that's the other animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was really good, considering. But
So, where would you rank the three then? Three so far.
this is the worst. Well, not the worst.
No, I thought you said Cinderella
Probably not
was
the
worse.
worst. No, Cinderella's the worst.
Not
So.
out of those 3 movies.
Out of
This
the
is
three
this is
movies.
just this is good.
Second.
Okay. When it comes to anything, I would just say this is watchable, but I wouldn't, really go out to the cinema and really go for it, even though everybody will anyway.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I don't need the cinema to watch this. I can wait till it comes out on DVD or
But my
Blu-ray.
question to you is, how do you rank that in compared to Cinderella, Jungle Book, and Beauty of the Beast? What order would you rank them?
Well, Jungle Book will be the best one they've done so far, live action.
Right.
And then you got Maleficent as well, which
Forget
is good.
Maleficent, because let's talk about the ones that were originally cartoons, animations. The proper ones.
Cinderella. Cinderella's the bottom, obviously.
Yeah,
Then comes Beauty and the Beast, and then Jungle Book.
that's right. There.
I think it's just subpar. I expected a bit better. Emma Thompson was okay. She did a little part, but I think they could have found somebody else to do much better than her. Maybe it's just because she didn't quite.
The
I
name.
don't know. Didn't
She
quite.
needs a hit, so you don't.
No, I don't
Does
think she
this
needs
push
another
her
hit
career
right now.
forward now.
Of course, you'll push it forward because. Oh yes, she's doing something that everybody likes and people recognize her face.
Because she becomes a box
Yeah.
office pulling now.
Maybe, but I think some people just won't be that. Not this. This isn't.
is
This
he
isn't. This isn't. I know what you're looking for.
Box office pulling.
Box office, well,
Pulling. What the hell?
problem is, guys, Mo at the end hasn't seen this movie.
I haven't even seen the Jungle Book.
Yes,
Jesus
this is
Christ! Have you seen
animation.
the
Cartoon or live action?
But why is he here?
I reviewed that? Barely seen all these.
I haven't even read the book.
I know what this is
The
because
Kipling.
Mo hates animated things. I swear to God, he does. He leaves it. Yes, you do. You've had this thing your entire time. You've always like, if it's a PG or Universal. When he was younger, you say, "Screw that! I don't want to watch it." Compared to nowadays, all that stuff back then is coming out now, and you haven't watched them. You don't have that nostalgia everybody else has. Same as even the Power Rangers, which you're gonna end up watching.
Recently, based on the Hollywood Oscars and things, Ryan Gosling was offered the part of the Beast, but he turned it down for La La Land.
Good thing you did. Good thing you really did.
Yeah, as soon as you saw Emma Watson, no thank you. Emma Stone, yes. To be honest, I barely watched Harry Potter, but the people I've come across who's watched it, they say Daniel Radcliffe's rubbish. The other guy's all right. Rupert Grint and Emma Watson's the best. She can act. She's the best.
She was great in that, but when it came to this, she just didn't. She didn't make me believe that, there was anything there with the Beast. She didn't make me believe like I cared for her. I cared more about the Beast. I was like, poor guy. This woman just drawn her in.
Ewan McGregor had to re-record his lines because he came across as Mexican. Although
No, did he?
Although he's married to a French woman,
Is he?
he struggled with the French dialect, so he had to redo his lines. Some of them were re-recorded after the film was finished.
Never
But
knew.
you didn't come across that in. Obviously, you couldn't tell in that movie, could you? After you
No.
watched it?
But it's,
After the sound mixing,
Yeah.
I got involved.
they just auto-tuned it like everything else. Well, there's one thing I do want to film and do: ride a bike.
You want?
He's never ridden a bike, has he?
Mo can't
No,
ride a
what
bike.
do you mean I've never ridden a bike? I can't ride a bike, you mean? I've
No.
attempted
Are you
to ride a
tempted?
bike.
Even worse.
I've attempted riding a bike a few occasions in my life, but
Well, you can attempt riding a bike while watching Beauty and the Beast on one of those little things.
and then watch Jungle Book afterwards.
Yeah. Tour de France. Gaston really does, he does it really well. I mean, even though expecting to be more charismatic, if you had The Rock, and he could do that,
Oh,
yeah,
wow, that would have been interesting.
that would have been
That's
great
an
because,
interesting cast.
personality and everything, that would have been brilliant.
What, The Rock is the Beast?
No,
That's Gaston.
Gaston, which you haven't seen, so
All right, is he
One
supposed to
day,
be,
maybe
he's
you
supposed to
will.
be a big guy, is he?
yeah.
You're right, actually. That would have been great casting.
Yeah.
That would have been.
But shame they couldn't do that, and, well,
Was he filmed
No,
in
no,
Fast and
he-
the Furious 8?
Then
No,
again,
no.
the funny thing was, if you look at it, you had some of the characters in here. You had some like a whole bunch of white people, and there's like one or two black people in it now and again, either in the villages and even right at the end as well, which is kind of like the Disney's pushing in like, oh, we don't want just have white people in it. We do have some black characters, but the black characters is like in the background somewhere. Or
Yeah, that
you had,
was-
you had one black guy who's a villager, which just stood out like a sore thumb. No dialogue or
But
anything.
the singer was black as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in it.
In the court.
Yeah, it's kind of like Disney's doing some weird thing here.
Is
They're trying to introduce things that weren't in the original. Not that it
Quotas.
matters anyway, but
quotas.
they're
Maybe,
just
maybe,
surprising.
maybe the black guy was Alexander Dumas. He was writing Count on Mount Cristal.
Stop.
He's trying to make a joke out of everything.
No, he's a black. But you said there's not many black people there.
What is he doing, man?
Oh, that's one of those life's little tragedies, isn't it?
You didn't want to watch you on about. But did you want to watch Power Rangers? Go figure.
One other thing.
What?
Guess what other Disney... Is it Disney? Yeah, Disney character that LeFou, the actor who played LeFou, voiced in animation for Disney. Very famous film.
Very famous film. Give us a clue.
Just Glad. Well, put it this way, it involved two sisters.
There's another one of your pornos.
No. Children's film.
Two
Very recent. Very popular.
very recent. Oh, Frozen.
Yeah.
All right.
Which character do you think he did, Josh Glad?
The Frozen
The
one.
little Olaf, whatever they could say.
Hey, bang on. Olaf, yes.
Olaf, I was like, what Olaf?
He did him. He did the voice for him.
I am Groot.
No, that's...
That's the wrong one.
Mo, do you watch any animation films?
I do. What's this? I don't watch animation films.
My name is something besides Sing.
Grave of the Fireflies.
That's a long time ago. It's from 1989.
Have you seen anything recent animation?
Sing.
Well, what have you
Here's
watched
one.
recently, animation-wise? Apart from Sing, don't say Sing.
Can't think of anything. But
answers
I'll tell you what,
that
Waltz with Bashir.
Okay, what did you
Waltz
like?
with Bashir.
Yeah, but that's another one that's from God knows when. It's
No,
a political type film.
pro-
You're on about normal
proposed
PG
to
or universal, not political.
Purposely, whatever it's called, the
That's
Iranian
another
one.
political
That's
thing,
12.
which is 12, I know, but still.
Penguin.
Okay, how about this? Okay, when you were young, what animations did you watch? Say, for example, what was on TV?
Spider-Man?
Like Spider-Man, He-Man, Thundercats, any of it?
Yeah, we watched that, but you said don't go back in time.
That is back in time, but no, I
watched
meant like just in general.
He-Man, Thundercats, Transformers.
The only animation he's watched
Shouldn't-
recently is Peppa Pig.
Horrid Henry. It's not fair for having a go at me.
I didn't watch the 3D version of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I didn't either. I watched the 2D version.
Was because I didn't think there was going to be anything in that's going to be 3D, even though sometimes they try to poke the screen down again.
There was a bit of snow in it, wasn't there?
Nah, the 3D is getting a little bit worse than it was before. Even had Great Wall. That was probably the last thing I watched in 3D.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was. But the only best one I watched was Doctor Strange in 3D, but that was in IMAX 3D and not just normal
Yeah,
3D.
Doctor Strange was good.
Yeah.
3D. I like that.
But that was a spectacle. When you watch it normally, it doesn't quite have the impact.
Doesn't it?
No.
Anyway, I thought the movie was rated good.
It was okay. They're just okay. Go watch and wait until it comes out on Blu-ray. You'll be fine.
And Mo Viewers is going to watch it later.
And Mo's
seems
probably
okay.
never going to watch it,
Never
and
watch it.
he's probably never going to watch the animated unless somebody forces him to. No, his kids
I'm
are
up,
his
I'm
kids
up.
are never going to know what Disney is, except for something that comes on TV.
He was a communist.
That's been Night Reviews. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like
Yeah,
us,
subscribe.
and do what you can. Give us a comment, please.
And thumbs
That'd
up.
be nice. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You just watched Let's Talk Shorts, Night Reviews. Either hit the like button or the hate button, just don't ignore us, or leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want more content. Either way, leave a comment down below. Thank you.